everyone, my name is Chloe, and today I'm here to do my July book haul revisit. So if you've not seen one of these videos, what I'm doing is in the year of 2023, I'm going back to 2020, when my first year on YouTube, and I am doing a book haul revisit to see how many of the books that I've actually read. Like, am I actually reading the books that I'm hauling, or are they just sitting, taking up space on my shelf? So the first 2 months that I've done this, I've just done May and June, and they've gone really well. They have been, but either I've read them all or I've read close to them all. And so we'll see if July fits the bill. So am I pre-filming this quite a ways because I'm wearing a cardigan? No, I'm not. I'm actually filming this in July. And we are having a freak cold spell in July. In fact, my daughters had baseball yesterday, and we brought blankets and stuff. It was 60 degrees mid-morning, and like they play from 10 to 12:45, and we were chilly. And so what is going on? I have no idea. But let's just go ahead and get into it. So as always, I'm going to screen record me watching this video and just see. So life-wise at this time, this is not really a flashback, but in July of 2020, I had just had my second daughter, and so she was born mid-June, and so I'm shocked that I had time to haul all these books, but a lot were from my sister, and I'm gonna anticipate that I have not read a lot of them. We'll see. So let's get started. I forgot to say, I will be keeping track here on this little handy-dandy board. I will keep track of what I've read and what I've not. So let's get into it now. The first set that she gave me were all Richard Paul Evans. So if you don't know who he is, he writes quite a few Christmas books, and they're all just little and adorable. Let's see, compared to a regular size book, these are, they're definitely smaller. And the text is... Remember when I used all natural light completely bigger, and blocked it all the time? These are very, very quick. Yeah. Very sweet. Good videos. So we have Finding Noel. Haven't read that one. A Winter Dream. Have read that one. The Noel Diary. I don't know if these two are related. I have read that one. They are not related. Books like at all because Christmas in July-a-thon was this month, and so I got these and wanted to read them, but I also wanted to haul them first, and I had enough Christmas books anyway, so I didn't end up reading them, but I will for sure this winter. And then the last is Grace. I have read that by Richard Paul Evans. So he is so great. I have read quite a few of his, and I really enjoy his writing, so I'm so grateful to have these. And so on the Christmas front, because she also participated in Christmas in July-a-thon, so I think she read most of these this July and then passed them on. And then she also gave me The Christmas Sisters by Sarah Morgan. I have read this one. I read it, I think, last year, maybe the year before, whatever year it came out, I'm not sure. And I loved it, so this will be going on my red shelf. The lighting, guys. That is terrible. My favorite, Sarah Morgan Christmas, and she is coming out with another one this year. And I requested on NetGalley. I have yet to hear back, but I am so hoping that I get it because I love her Christmas books. So, next author that I was shocked when she asked me if I wanted these is Denise Hunter. So, she gave me, this one is Sweetwater Gap. This is a standalone. There's 2 standalones and then 2 series that she gave me. So, Sweetwater Gap is a standalone. I have not read that. To my knowledge, I think, according to Goodreads. And then this one's Summer by the Tides. This is also a standalone. And then she gave me a Bluebell Inn, or Bluebell Inn, the series is Lake Season, and then Carolina Breeze. There is a third one coming out this year at some point. I have read those. She gave me the first 2. And then she gave me, let's see, the first 4, which I think is all of it, in the Blue Ridge Romance series. So on Magnolia Lane, Honeysuckle Dreams, Blue Ridge Sunrise, and Sweetbriar Cottage. These are the, like I said, the Blue Ridge Romance series. So that is so exciting. That is 8 Denise Hunter books to add to my shelf. She has one I have yet to read, but I've heard so many good things about her. I cannot wait to dive into one of these series. And like 4 books, I can handle that. 2 books, I can definitely handle that. 4 books, I can handle that, right, guys? 3 years later. I hate reading series until they're all out because, especially if it's on a cliffhanger, I've got to know. And my memory is such crap that if I read these 2 and then wait a year to read the next, I'll probably have to reread these 2 anyway. So I think I'm going to wait and just read the completed series soon. Then The next two, I think, are still from my sister, and she gave me Feels Like Falling.
I've read it.
By Christy Woodson. Oh my goodness. Christy Woodson Harvey. Say that 5 times fast. That is a tricky name. And I have no idea anything about this, but it's blurbed by Mary Kay Andrews, and I really like her for like summary reads. So hopefully I can get to this one soon. This would also work, I think, for the Summer Fling readathon that is going on this month, which I will link my announcement up there or down there or somewhere, because this one I think is going to be a fun romance. It's also blurbed by Ellen Hildebrand on the back. So good blurbs. I haven't heard of this, so if you have, let me know. And then last from her is Sisters by Choice by Susan Mallory.
Okay, I love
Susan Mallory. I've heard this one is a little more women's fiction, and that's right up my alley, so I'm very excited to read this. Beach Read by Emily Henry. This is going around everywhere, about 2 authors who are in like their summer homes or something, and they switch genres. He writes literary fiction, she writes romance, and they switch, I think. I've heard this is a great mix of like romance and more serious, and it's just a wonderful book, so I cannot wait to read this one and figure out what all the hype is about. Then the next one is Waiting for Tom Hanks. Which,
loved it.
If you have watched this channel at all, you know I love this book. I love Tom Hanks. I love Nora Ephron. So this book had me at just really Tom Hanks. And so I love this book. And she is currently reading Not Like the Movies, the sequel to this one. And then she'll give it to me. And so then I will read that. So I'm so excited to have these on my shelf. Then these are the 2 that I bought. They are 2 Jill Shalvis books, The Lemon Sisters and The Good Luck Sister. These are both of the, I'm blanking on the name of the series. Well, these are both part of one of her series. This one is just a little tiny novella, and this one is
I think it's a Wildstone series.
Somewhere in the series, maybe number 2. I have the rest of the series, so I bought these to fill in. That's another series that I really want to start, but I am such a marathoner that I've got to like clear out my TBR and get ready for like a week or 2.
I marathoned it before we interviewed Jill Shalvis, which I will link down below.
It's taking me like 2, 3, 4 days to get through a book, and so I really have to commit a chunk of time, and I just haven't done it yet. Then the last 2 are books that I've gotten from the publisher or giveaway. So the first one is Sorry Not Sorry by Sophie Renaud.
I've not read this one.
This one just came out July 18th, I believe, or maybe the 28th. July 28th is definitely the date. And this one, it just looks so fun and summery. When life gives you limes, make margaritas. And this was sent to me by Forever Publishing.
Behind that.
And so thank you so much to them. This is my first physical ARC that I have ever received from a publisher. And so when this got sent to me, I was so excited. And I have yet to read it because physical reading is just not happening for me lately if it's not on ebook or audiobook. And really, even ebooks, I've been having Alexa read to me almost always because my mind is just like chaotic, with the 2 girls being, they're 2 months, and then Ainsley just turned 2.5. So they're both at very like needy stages, and so my mind is always somewhere. And then so just I'm making excuses why I have not read this, but I really want to, especially in the summer, because it just looks so perfectly summery. So cannot wait. Thank you to Forever Publishing. I am so excited. This will always, even if it's a terrible book, it will always be special to me because it was my first physical ARC.
And here I haven't even read it, you guys.
Last is a giveaway I won from Lindsay's Little Library. If you have not checked out her channel, please do. She is wonderful. And she did a giveaway. She makes book sleeves. And so she did a giveaway of 4 or 6 books and book sleeves, and you couldn't pick which book you wanted, but it was just 4 random books or however many random books, and she was going to draw that many winners. And same with the book sleeves, it was just random. So the book I got was Daisy Jones and the Six.
I've read it,
and I have read this. I read it on audio, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay, so that was pretty good. I actually hauled a lot that month that I had already read, so that's kind of helpful. And my marker is dying, but it looks like I have read 14 and have not read 7. So let me grab the 7 that I have not read. Okay, so I have in my lap the 7 that I have not read. So we've got Finding Noel by Richard Paul Evans, A Ton by Denise Hunter. So Sweetwater Gap, which I'm pretty sure is a standalone. And then we've got the whole Blue Ridge series. And I think this is like a 0, 1, 2, 3, not a 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not positive about that, but we'll see. And then we've got this beloved Sorry Not Sorry, even though I haven't read it. And it is special. And I think I don't know what happened. I don't think I can get a digital copy of this, so maybe that's why, because it's kind of bigger. Let's see, how long is it? But it's got a reader's guide, which I always love a good reader's guide. 358, so not terrible. This, I think, needs to happen. So I think what we're going to do, we have not done this yet, guys. We have not done this. My goal for these videos, when I first thought of doing this, was that I would then read the books. So let's do it, and I will just include a vlog. So I think what I'm going to do is read Finding Noel, because it's, again, Christmas in July. Check. I will read the standalone Sweetwater Gap by Denise Hunter. And then I'm going to read, I think this is the number 0. So the beginning of the Blue Ridge is it just Blue Ridge? I think maybe Blue Ridge series. I'm going to read this one. And then I will finally read Sorry Not Sorry. So that way I will get at least 4 off my shelf. They'll either go to my red shelf or they will go to somebody who likes them more than me if I don't like them. So I'll read these 4, and then these 3 will stay on my shelf, depending if I like Sweetbriar Cottage. These are very close titles, Sweetwater Gap and Sweetbriar Cottage. They're very close, but let's do that. And so I will come in just a second with a clip starting with Finding Noel. Hey everyone, so we are about to head to the neighborhood pool, but I just thought I would let you know that I am almost done and I'm taking it with me, but Finding Noel by Richard Paul Evans. So I'm not going to hold this up because I took the dust jacket off, but I'm really liking this. So Richard Paul Evans is kind of like a Nicholas Sparks in that he writes romance, but they're definitely like have a heartbreaking element, and I don't know the ending of this one, so I don't really know, but they're all Christmassy. Well, they're not all, but the ones I enjoy are typically set around Christmas, and they're inspirational, and this one's no different. So this is about 2 people who meet in a diner one night. She's a waitress, he is kind of having hard times. They meet and form a friendship. She was adopted when she was 7 years old, and she's now looking for her little sister who was taken. They were separated. She was 7, the sister was 4, and they are looking for each other. And there's a lot of other things, or she's looking for the little sister. The little sister does not know she exists. And so there's that going on, and I'm really enjoying it. So I hope to finish while we're at the neighborhood pool, but we will see. Hey everyone, so I'm at the post office mailing a Pango order actually, and so that's awesome getting that checked off the list. But we have been at a play day this morning, and it stormed all night last night, and you guys, it was exhausting because everybody was awake all night. So we are tired, and we're like really tired now that we've done this play day. It was gonna storm all morning again, but then it stopped, so it's just like humid as all get out, but you guys don't care about the weather. Anyway, I have finished the Finding Noel by Richard Paul Evans, and I don't really have a whole lot to add except that this is definitely classic Richard Paul Evans. It was emotional. It was heartwarming, I guess, inspiring, kind of sweet book. So I love a good Richard Paul Evans every now and again, and this one definitely fit the bill. It is kind of like a Hallmark movie, but in like the emotional, touching way. Like I needed some music, some background music, but it didn't feel cheesy, but I also knew what I was getting into. So that felt really good. Hey everyone, so I have finished Sweetwater Gap now, and I am giving this probably 4 stars, maybe 3.5. It was good. It was Denise Hunter at her finest. Like, she is Christian fiction romance, and I would say, like, I was kind of back and forth, is this Christian fiction, is this romance, which is more prevalent? And I would say there's a lot of the book is spent on the romance, but the main point is our main character working out her stuff with God and working out her stuff with grace and redemption and all of that. So I would say this is definitely a Christian fiction. This is about a woman who she goes back to her family's apple orchard because her sister is pregnant with twins, and it's a high risk thing. They need some help, and so she goes to help. And she meets this guy that is also, he's been like helping, and now he's 15% owner, and meets this guy. So it's their relationship, but she also has a secret that she's keeping from her entire family that really impacts her physically. And so she is dealing with that, and she has some stuff in her past that she has not really forgiven herself for. So there's a lot of things going on. So I would say my complaint about it is it took me a long time to get attached to our main character, because she just was so silly and so illogical in her thoughts. And so, like, I really wanted to see her getting some therapy or talking to somebody. Her faith is definitely shaken. And so it's not surprising to me that she didn't seek, like, Christian counsel or anything like that, or even that she didn't turn to God through all of this. Like, it makes sense to me that she didn't. But something, like, I feel like her actions were a little too extreme. And like, I really wish she would have just reached out to somebody. So I liked it. I really liked our main male character. He was great. And I liked the apple orchard picking background, and overall it was cute. I'm glad. And this, I think, is a standalone. So I would love the sister story or more stories. If you know if this is a part of a series and just it's unmarked on Goodreads, let me know. But overall good. So two pretty good books that I have been just letting sit on my shelf for 3 years. So I will come back to you when I read the last one. Hey everyone. So it is Saturday, and you guys, let me just kind of pan around. We're at the kids' baseball games, and there's 2 locations that they play at, and this one has this awesome like park and trail right behind it. And so I'm back here walking with the baby, trying to get her to go to sleep. And like the kids playing baseball are just on the other side of all these trees, but this is like a hidden gem. I love the city of Kansas City because it's a city of suburbs, and there's so many like hidden gem areas like this. And so super fun. But I have finished Sweetwater Cottage, and this one is number 0 in the Blue Ridge series. And so I don't know how much I can judge the series, because like, what is 0? It's a prequel, I guess. And so I don't know if this was like written after the fact or what. I need to look into it. But this one is pretty much purely a romance. So our main character, he gets a letter from the IRS or something saying his taxes are wrong. And that he discovers basically that he thought he got divorced, but his marriage is not actually over. The papers were not filed. So his ex-wife comes to his cottage or whatever to work it out, get the papers signed, find all that. And they get snowed in together. And so we get both then and now timelines. We see how they fell in love, as well as like what's going on now as they soften from kind of enemies to lovers now. And it was fine. It was fine. A kind of generic Christian romance for me. Like I said, maybe if I had already read the rest of the series and this was like a prequel for more background, like I'm not deterred from reading the rest of the series, but this one was probably a 3-star for me. So that is it. That's it. So, out of the 3 that I have not read, out of the ones that I have not read, 2 were a big hit. The series is kind of but I'm definitely going to continue on. So that's awesome. 3 books that have been sitting on my shelf for 3 years, and now they are moved to my red shelf. So yay for me. That feels really good. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next month. Well, I'm embarrassed because I have not read this beloved book, and I was planning on it. So I'm going to restart this video and read this and let you know what I think, and then we'll close it out. Hey everyone, so quick update, and it's a funny one. I'm DNFing this book at like 45% because I just am not connected to the character. I feel like these books, this is a chicklet kind of rom-com-y, maybe, I don't know. It's really a chicklet romance fiction about her, like feeling like she's left out and getting into the dating world. And I feel like to read those books, like I don't mind those books. I love those books actually, but I have to have something that I care about the character. Either I can identify with her, or I'm empathetic towards her, or something. And I don't care. I don't care at all. I don't care at all about this book or what happens to this girl, so I'm going to let it go. So my very first book from a publisher that I have let sit on my shelves forever is now being taken off my shelves. But that's it. So now this is the end of this vlog revisit, and feels good. I mean, it stinks to DNF, but I'm good. So this is also overlapping with Krista from Books and Jams, her Build Your Own Sunday Catch-Up-a-thon. So I'm counting this book for that too. So you might see me talk about it there too, but this will come out first. So spoiler alert for that vlog. But anyway, that's it. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.